So when we are pregnant, our bellies grow. That means our abdominals stretch apart. We have these nice abdominals that run the length down here in the front, one on this side, one on this side, and there's this little bit of line of separation. Well, that separation grows the further along you go through pregnancy. But once you deliver your baby, for a lot of women, it doesn't automatically just come back in. For example, if you are holding your baby and sticking your hips out and forward and arching in your back, you're going to be continuing to put pressure forward and push the abdominals apart. If you adopt a posture of kind of swaying in your back and sticking your hips forward, that can happen as well. When you reach overhead, those body mechanics of arching the back and stiffing your ribs forward and booty back can continue to separate those abdominals. So just because you may be years or even decades out of having a baby, it doesn't mean that diastasis doesn't exist for you. It can still very much be an underlying problem that you're dealing with that contributes to pelvic floor issues and an inability to get a really nice, strong core going on. It can also lead to back pain, believe it or not. I am going to show you today, though, a way that you can check and see if diastasis may be limiting you. Go ahead and lie on your side first so that we can roll onto the back. That's a much safer, healthier way for the core and the back than just lying on the back. So you're going to have your knees bent, and I want you to just lift up your shirt, kind of roll down your pants a little bit so that you're going to be able to feel all along here. Remember that line I showed you? That's where we're feeling along. You're going to go from your navel up to your ribs, kind of halfway in between. Take a good breath in, and on your exhale, you're just going to lift your head, and I want you to feel there. But you're going to feel for along that line several components. Is it squishy and soft, or is it firm? How deep does it go? Does it go down to just the tip of your nail? Does it go to nail bed? Does it go to knuckle? How deep? And then you're going to see how wide is it? Is it 1 finger width, 2 fingers width, or what? So ideally what you would want is for it to be firm, for it to not be deep at all, maybe just the tip of the nail, and then for it to be fairly narrow or close, so maybe a finger width but no more. So you're going to check those. Then you're going to go right above the navel, check the same thing, but you exhale and lift, check those components. Soft and squishy or firm. How deep is it? How wide? Then go just below the navel, exhale, same thing, and then go a little bit further down. So kind of an inch below that, a couple inches below the navel. Soft, squishy, or firm, how deep, and how wide. So this is not to diagnose you. You would want to check with your pelvic floor PT or healthcare provider, your OBGYN, someone who can check that for you. This is just a general guide for you to know for yourself how to kind of assess that on yourself, maybe check it out in different exercises that you're doing or in your daily task when you change position. When you do, later on in the program, you'll do like a wall plank. That would be a great opportunity to check that there. You want to always make sure that that doesn't create any position or exercise you're in, doesn't create an extra pull of your abdominals. So again, this is just a handy tool for you to assess yourself. Always go to your healthcare practitioner to check and kind of monitor that for you. If you do find that you have diastasis, the deep breathing exercise, really working on the low abdominals, coming in like this to pull things back in together is going to be a really important exercise for you, as is the tips of the posture and alignment, making sure you don't arch the back, making sure that you get your ribs stacked over your pelvis so that everything's stacked up for success. So double check with your healthcare provider if this could be something limiting you, and you're going to want to take note and learn how to monitor yourself so you can feel empowered as you go through the exercises and as you go through life.